And 12 years later, I got it out. We completed it last year, took it out to Des Moines for its debut. This is about our 4th time up here at the cruise. This is one of the rare red Chevys. Most of them were red and white interior with white tops. This is, it's got the number code for the black interior, black and white with a black top. So we put the custom black interior in it with the black top. So that's why I decided to paint the side of it the same color. So it would highlight the chrome strips. Under the hood, we have a 65 Chevrolet Corvette, 300 horse engine. I put a 350 automatic transmission behind it. And a month ago, I put a 308 rear end in it so I could get some good cruising out of it.
Tell us a little bit about it.
It's a 1949 International KBI. It was originally my wife's grandfather's truck. Lived its life as a farm truck up until about 87 when we rebuilt it. Now it's our vacation car. It's got a small block Ford in it with an AOD, all the usual hot rod stuff. It's a cruiser. Run down the road, pass everything but a gas station. Frame's been shortened, the box has been shortened 1.5 feet. Of course, frame, new suspension, independent front end, disc brakes, and rack and pinion steering and everything on it underneath it.
Well, it's a 64 Pontiac Wildcat 445, and I bought it back 32 years ago. It's got a little history. It was Roy Carver's butler's car. Had 18,000 miles on it when I bought it, and I've had it since 75. So, I mean, it's original, nothing been changed on it. I mean, it's unrestored, so everything's original on it.
It's a 1970 AAR Cuda, made by Plymouth.
Did you own it the whole time?
No, I never, no. I bought it from a young man he'd bought it and he was redorking on it and he'd left it set for about 15 years, and then I bought it and fixed her up and currently drive it. It's pretty much back basically the way original AAR came out from the factory, other than I got a 440 engine in it instead of a 340 6-pack, which I have not been able to locate, so that's where I'm stuck at it.
My husband built this from the ground up. It's an original 35 frame. He took everything apart and started from the ground. We have a LT1 engine that's out of a 95 Corvette. It has a Cadillac rear end out of a 1977 Cadillac. It's got 2002 Pontiac Bonneville seats. He built everything. The body is from Canada. It's called carbon fiber, cutting edge body. It's got 37 headlights in it, but it is a 35. It has the suicide doors. All the wiring and the battery and everything is back in this compartment. I helped with the wiring. We built it in 2000, had it on the road in 2001. We love it, and we're building the 33 right now for our youngest son. This is just a boot that covers the actual convertible top, and it just has snaps. We didn't want snaps back here for visible when it's off. It just comes off, and the top unfolds just like a normal old-fashioned convertible top.
It's a 1948 Plymouth Special Deluxe Club Coupe. I had one just like it when I was 16 years old, my first car. Now this is 50-some years later, and I got another one. It was about half finished when I got it. The guy lost interest and wanted to get rid of it, so yeah, I had to do quite a bit to get it in #1 condition. In 1948, there was only one size, one model
Plymouth car, no smaller ones, no larger ones, and it was just a Plymouth Special Deluxe model. There were 4 doors and 2 doors and convertibles, but no smaller ones, no larger ones, just one size.
This is a 1933 American Austin Roadster built in Butler, Pennsylvania. The engine is a 13 horsepower engine. It's fresh for restoration. I've been working on it since 2003. And just got back 2 weeks ago from Batavia, New York. I was at a national show up there. The gas mileage on this, you get about 40 miles a gallon. 35 to 40 is what they advertised when this car came out. The original car company was part of the Austin Car Company. They started out in 1930 in Butler, Pennsylvania. But the stock market crashed and the English got the heck out of town and left us with the car company. These continued on as American Austin until about 1935, and then the company closed up for a couple years. Later came out as the Bantam. When it came out as the Bantam, they redesigned a few things on the car, and then later also went in and designed the first Jeep. The Jeep was designed by this car company out of Butler, Pennsylvania. They could not produce the mass numbers that the U.S. government wanted. They still produced 2,000 a year. The government wanted 2,000 a month. Willys couldn't even hold 2,000 a month, and Ford actually had to help out on that. But the car company had boulevard deliveries, coupes, woodies, trucks, delivery trucks, little semis. They had a full line of cars. This is just a representation of a roadster.
Well, there were 3 plants, one in San Jose, California, and one in Metuchen, New Jersey, and the other one just outside of Detroit. So they try to match up the equipment that the Mustang has with the plant that it came from, because the rarity of some of the things. This is not a particularly rare Mustang, but there are some that are. It's a 69 Camaro. We've had the car done for a couple years. It's got a 496 big block. It dynoed at 640, 615 foot-pounds of torque. And it's got a Richmond 5-speed, custom Curry rear end in it. Interior's done by Upholstery Unlimited out of Clinton, Iowa by Steve Pearson. And paint was done by Golden Hammer up in Cedar Rapids.
Body-wise, I did not modify too much other than, made new wood for it. It's obviously nicer wood, but it's got an entire modern drivetrain, air conditioning, power steering, power brakes, and everything. So it cruises very nice. Body-wise, I didn't change too much on the body, hardly at all. It's pretty much like it would have been out of the factory as far as how the wood fit on and everything. So.
64 Chevelle Wagon. I've owned it since '78. Just enjoy driving it.
It's got a 468 Turbo 400 in it, and it's a lot of fun.
EV engine with 1,800 cubic inch, 5 main, or cubic centimeters, 5 main crankshaft, and been restored from the frame up.